the way we came in the game, it was just whoever had the hottest raps, you say them shits, and that's because it was never really battle rap it wasn't really more of a sport to us, or it was just a means to an end.
I said, yo, mic check, 1 2 1 2, mic check 1 2 1 2. I said, yo, this your boy Quest MCODY, live and direct. We on the scene. We got one of my homies on here. I want to introduce battle rap legend, one of the greats, MC whose name is synonymous with battle rap. Help like broaden the culture, expand the culture, make it more acceptable in the hood and the neighborhoods to do the thing that we do. My man, my brother, Murda Mook, man. What's good, baby?
What's good, man? Question shaking.
Man, nothing much, man. I see you on the road, man, moving and grooving around the city or whatever. How's looking out there?
Man, it's still nasty, but it's just starting to get a little hot. So people outside, you know what I'm saying? Right now I'm in Harlem.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right now I'm in Harlem. You can see how long you turn around. You know what I'm saying? People outside moving though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Man, I remember I remember my first few trips to New York. I didn't go to Harlem. Like I get there and like I knew some people in the Bronx. I knew some people in Brooklyn or whatever. Then when I first got down to Harlem, I think Swave actually took me around Harlem the first time that I like actually got to walk around. He took me to like 104 and all that. The city is so like rich in history, man. Like what was it like you coming up in the heart of Harlem or what have you? What was it like just from your perspective, your angle, your view?
Coming up, I was born in the '80s, man. So, I was coming up as a youngin in the the actual crack era. You know what I mean? Where it was everywhere, and it was around me. Was hustlers, man. It was get money, figure out how to look good, how to be fly, and hustle by by any means, because it wasn't really like right now Harlem they gentrifying it and things of that nature, but back then a lot of poverty, a lot of abandoned properties, a lot of just hopelessness, people looking to find a way, which what I mean. So we created our own way and our own culture.
Word.
So I grew up in the times like a lot of my uncles and was heavily involved into that, and so that's all I would see.
Word.
I would see that, but we was really like more fascinated by the money and the hustle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not like today. A lot of dudes just they not being the hustlers now. They becoming the drug addicts and the customers. What I mean?
Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah, it's wild because like Detroit and Harlem got this eerie, or Michigan and just New York in general, but like this eerie connection when you think about all the work like Malcolm X put down just out there or what have you when it come down to building the mosque down there, and just the post y'all had, or the thumb of the post y'all had on the civil rights movement, to the way the crack hit our neighborhoods. And it's always been a connection with Malcolm, like being from Michigan. A lot of people don't know that, but most people do because of the Detroit Red reference or whatever the case is. When I think about, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just piggybacking off of that. You know what I'm saying? Just being fly. You know what I'm saying? Fly.
Yeah.
So right now I'm actually in front. The crazy part is I'm in front of where, that's crazy. I'm in front of where Lennox Lounge used to be. You know what I'm saying? People know where Lennox Lounge. That was. I mean? I'm literally in front of there right now. It's a Jimbo's burger place, but yeah, so I'm just talking about, getting fly, the suits decked out, all that. Not to cut your wisdom.
Nah, but that was the same thing. Like we had the cats with the Gators and the Minks. Like it was always, that my Detroit players, like that same mood. It was always, you know, a lot of people don't know, like the first projects were built in Detroit. There were
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, they were the Brewster projects. It was the very first set of projects. And then when I got up there and I saw like these projects, they went up just like y'all's, but like when our projects after they started build more, ours went out. So like it would be like it wouldn't be a you know 2 levels. It'd just be 1 level and they just spread them out. Whereas they shot y'all's up. I
Yeah,
know.
everything here is we on top of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like here is like to try to get the most, like they, you know, which is, I mean, smart, which is smart, you know, business wise. Like you know, you build vertically, you know, because
Yeah.
you know, there's no space that can occupy space on top. There's no other property. So if you got a block that's on solid foundation,
Yeah.
and you can only own this one block, like this block, how do you expand? You
Right.
just go up. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? So
Yep.
that's why everybody's on top of each other and think like that. You know what I mean? But I didn't even know that y'all was the first, like, got the first project. Yeah, man.
Yeah, when they built the Brewster projects, the theory was black people were spreading throughout the city and they were trying to minimize the spread. So that's why they built them going straight up because they like, yo, we could
call it a project.
Bang, exactly. Now I know
People think that it's just a word they say for it, man. That shit was really a project.
Yeah, definitely,
like
definitely.
We was lab rats.
Yeah, still are in some ways, man. It seems, or at least they still try to play it, you know.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now, just like Harlem got a real rich history in like MCs that play ball or whatever, from like you to Cam and things like that. When did your attention like go from like basketball to like, yo, rap is where I want to be with what I'm doing?
Well, I mean, it was something had to work. Like, you know, where we at, like to even bring, you know, because you brought Biggie in it, and you know, Biggie said me Detroit, but you know, Biggie, yo, either you swing crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot.
Word.
Like that's real shit. Like it's like it was nothing else. So as a kid, you know, me, you go, you know, that's why you don't see a lot of football players from here. Like we don't have a lot of open fields. You know what I'm saying? Like football, you know what I mean? Like that wasn't it. It was like a bunch of just, you know, it was basketball courts.
Word.
So you know, as a kid, you go to the court. You know, and that's how you did. You play ball. That's what you was allowed to do. But being on the courts and stuff, then you know you'll see the older ones. It was like you know, the lineage was, you know, you be 10, 11 on the courts. You couldn't play with the older kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they had a court for each, you know, age, and then, you know, you work your way over. But then you'll see them coming in, how they would drive in the cars to the, you know what I mean, to go play ball, to just chill. But, you know, and then you start seeing somebody that, you know, might come out and they, you know, they might have a new chain or something. And then you like, yo, you know, what's up? How you know what I mean? And that's how most people got put on to it. So it was like, but something had to work. That's that mentality. So basketball, if I'm a rap, you know what I mean, something. So we did it all. That's just the hustler mentality. Like you don't put all your eggs in one basket, and you got to have a bunch of different ways to try to make it.
Word.
You know what I mean? That's the hustle mentality. So as a youngin', I thought I was going to the NBA. I was really that good. But I was also really good in basketball. But then, I mean, I was also really good at rapping too. But rapping was secondary, honestly.
Okay.
But I was really good at it. But you know what I mean? So people used to be like, yo, you know what I mean? You nice, da-da-da. And I'm like, nah, this bullshit. But then as you start getting 14, 15, then you start doing things that stray away from it being more like inside of the street, just wanting to be that, then that takes away from time that you go practice or time that you wake up, you know what I mean, and go work out. So then, you know, some people start getting better than you because, you know, I wasn't fortunate, like, you know, a lot of people's story, but my home wasn't really that structured.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't have my moms and my father at the home. You know what I mean? It's typical moms out. You know what I'm saying? Do what she do. Pops locked up all the time. You know, I got a great relationship with my dad. You know, but in those years, you got to remember that they still was young.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They was having, at 19 they had me type. You know what I mean? So they still 30 something, 32, like trying to. So they were still in the field trying to do what they do. So the structure wasn't really there. So to be able to consistently, have a way, like to just wake up and then, eat breakfast and then go work out and go to school. Like, it was more so I was more like on my own for a while. You get it? So that turned into, me having more time to hone the rap skill.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I still played ball in high school and I went to college for it and stuff, but it came a point that in high school I was just so caught up in doing shit, missing so much days, and I just wasn't able to focus and be on that. Summertime, I didn't really want to play no ball. I wanted to be out doing other
you want
shit.
to be out, definitely.
Yeah, and then that's how rapping kind of became on the forefront, and then and it just I got the break of people knowing with the J Mills and the battle, even though he was battling before then.
Yeah.
People knowing the Mills, and then just so happened Smack and had the camera. You know what I mean?
Man, I was always curious, man, like what actually got you in the battle rap? Because I know I've been talking to some of the new cats, man, and we were just talking. I was like, yo, we all like got into it trying to make a lane for the music we were doing or whatever we were creating. And like now it's a lot of cats that they don't even aspire to make music. Like I had I had A-Ward on here, and he and I talked, and he was like, yo, I actually battle so people won't listen to the music that I made because it wasn't good. I don't like music isn't my thing. What was your thing? Like what got you into just saying like, yo, I'm gonna start battling?
Well, I mean, battle was just a way to get the buzz to get a record deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was always music. It was always music. It wasn't, it wasn't like, yo, I'm gonna be a battle rapper. Like battling was just something that everybody had to know how to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got Nas, Jay, Eminem, Raekwon, Jadakiss, Mace, you know what I'm saying? Biggie, all of them were battle rappers. All of them. You know what I mean? That's what they did. That's what you had to do, period. There was no, yo, you battle rap or you do music. I actually believe, once the Smacks started coming out, it kind of made it shift into its own genre because people, it gave people the opportunity to like something and just like it for this one specific thing. Because unbeknownst to me, I just thought it was like that everywhere. Because I knew Detroit, Philly, you know what I'm saying, was big battle rap, you know what I'm saying, some Jersey, but everywhere else, as I started to realize later and find out that when they was like, yo, when I seen them Smacks, nigga, we ain't never see that type of shit before.
Yeah, you got it on some real talk, bro. We didn't battle like that. Like here, like where I came up, like what I came up doing initially. And that's one of the things I did want to talk to you about when it come down to your Detroit ties. You guys came, like the Smack DVDs were a big influence on battle rap, even in Michigan, man, because like we used to do tournaments. Your ties in Detroit, did they start? How did they start? How did they start? Like,
they started with my man Sos and my man AK, man. My man Sos.
Okay.
Well, actually, the first person that brought me to Detroit was Proof. Rest in peace. Yo, what it is, man? It's your boy Murda Mook, the Easy, man. Right now we holding it down on the motherfucking virtual time, pandemic time, man. But my boy Quest MCODY hit me up. And I said, yeah.